Welcome back to my channel, Libra. Much love and thanks out to my existing subscribers and to all those that are new to my channel. Always appreciate your support and your time. So just a quick reminder, these are general readings, can't speak to everybody, different life stories, and you're all at different stages of your life. So please allow for some flexibility on the time frames. This is a reading for June 2021, just a general energy reading for career, money, and finance, as well as just the general energies. So I feel like there's going to, I'll just jump right in here. I feel like there's going to be some real significant changes happening for you in the month of June. There's a lot of major arcana that show up in this month, and so I feel that there's a lot of conclusions, beginnings, endings, that kind of thing, in regards to an old way of life. You know, the way you've been living your life, dealing with your life, all of those energies are going to be shifting especially strong in the month of June. Lots of energy around expansion and some real fast moving changes, which might even take you to, a new destination here in terms of travel. But I will say that in starting out with the Chariot card, which of course is charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused, even though there's a real determination here and a victory with the Chariot energy, I do believe that a lot of the energy that is in and around the month of June seems to be more, again, a quieter kind of movement. I don't feel it's a passive energy so much as it is just a very understated energy. So I feel like there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of, real energy behind the scenes that's going on here with the Chariot card is what I'm getting at here. So again, we start out with the Chariot card, and this speaks to now is the time to really take action and move forward fiercely toward your goals. Again, I don't feel it's an aggressive kind of energy. It feels to be more of an understated, behind the scenes kind of lining things up, synchronistically and all of that. But there's a real determination and a catapulting you forward kind of energy, with careful planning, strong confidence around that direction, however that has meaning for you, whatever that direction is for you. But in terms of any monetary challenges or obstacles that do come up for you in this month, you will be very adept in dealing with that. And, for some of you, you may actually be dealing with a Cancer energy that comes through with this Chariot card, more specifically this month, or it could be just, again, the energies of surrounding, somebody who's quite determined and very assertive, kind of strong energy anyway. But again, this could also be yourself that we're referring to. But I just feel overall, for the most part, that it's you and that you're taking the proper action around your goals to develop things and really grow things. So there's a lot of discipline that's required at this stage with this card. So I feel that's where you're at. I feel that you're really tending to a lot of the details. There's a lot of energy around, again, seclusion and building things up, behind the curtain, so to speak. I feel like you're really relying on your intuition this month and moving ahead based on trusting your gut instincts, as you move forward. So there's a sense of adventure and eagerness that's coming through here as well, to challenge yourself and to get things done, real sense of purpose. So I feel that you're really aware and in touch with your material that you're working with, and you may be very specialized here or moving into that direction, but the work is just a lot more detailed, a lot more, lot less general, a lot more along the lines of development, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So I just feel this is a chance to really advance and show your stuff. And, for those that are in a work situation, it can lead to a promotion, with what you focused on this month. But for others, this is an entrepreneurial energy, and it's very exciting kind of energy. And it's around the first stages of success, but it's moving into a little bit further into that process now. So you're still at those beginning stages of manifestation, but you're closer than you think, you're closer than what you're aware of to actually moving this to the next level. So with the wish card, this is about wish fulfillment. It's your heart's desire. It's ready to come true. So this is where you've placed a lot of intention and energy around, whatever your goal or your vision or your intention is, and it's about to pay off. So whether financially, creatively, and this could even stand for those in terms of, if your goals are in around, creating closer relationships, friendships, familial relationships, or personal relationships, whatever the goal is for you, all of that seems to be improving in the month of June. And there is energy that's coming towards you that really strengthens your resolve and your purpose and helps you to bring about these changes that you're desiring in your life this month. So we also have the Death card. For sure, this is about transformation. So, it's great transformation. I feel that's really taking place for you in this month. In the month of June, I feel that there's, change along the home front, change along your close relationships, your family relationships, you're redefining that, as well as your goals are, um, a lot more specific and close. It's things that are really close to your heart at this month, is what I would say. Passion projects and family relationships and friendships, anything that I feel that you're trying to redefine to determine, how it really relates to who you're becoming. So what I'm going to say is, what is failing to grow with you is falling away this month. And you're actually removing it in a lot of instances. You're getting it right out of your way. And there's no more people pleasing here. This is about you gaining the aid of what others, you're gaining aid of others, that are more incongruent with your personal path. And they want to walk this path with you. They're helping you to get toward this goal attainment. So there is some kind of collaboration that's coming through here, for this month. And for others, you're really putting in the time and the effort to tie up these loose ideas and be more creatively clear on yourself, with the details or what's being expected of you in terms of, um, what you need to do to advance the project. So it's also a time of decluttering. You're really getting rid of things, which you probably have been doing over the course of this year, but I feel it's a real, it's a continuation of that process. You're still, and it goes across the board. It's not just in terms of physical space that you're looking to enlarge in, but also in terms of mental space, because the two are often correlated. But there's also, again, a real redefining of your relationships and those that are close to you, and how that affects your any if it creates a blockage for you going forward. These are all things that are very relevant to you and during this month, because you're on this new path and you're looking at a new version of yourself. So you're getting rid of things or putting boundaries around things that don't uh, advance you in the way that you choose to see yourself in this new alignment. So there's more planning to get yourself organized, I would say, for this month and for your new life. So it's about to move into this, foundation. The foundation's there, but you're moving it to more of a foundation in the sphere of your goals. So that's where you're building that foundation. So you've got your home life foundation, and then you've got your goals foundation. And this is where I feel that the success and the accomplishments that are very close in the near future, where you're going to be moving level to level. But for me, I just feel that this is about you not giving up this month. There's a real fire inside to get things done and get things up and running. So, with the Fool card, I just feel that you're really jumping into your path this month, more fully. And so you want to put everything into what you're doing this month. You want to feel it. You want to really immerse yourself in it. You want to really know that this is a card of unlimited potential that you're working with. So the road is not capped by who you were. It's unlimited because of who you are. And you're someone who's constantly growing. You're someone who's constantly adapting. You're someone who's constantly looking for balance. So it's still uncharted territory in a lot of respects, but you have an adventurous spirit here, and this is what helps you to keep that momentum going, is that enthusiasm, that intrigue, that interest in where, you could be headed, but you also have this real desire to learn and grow. So there's strength and courage that is required of this card. And for sure, it's stepping out of your comfort zone. So again, it's just continuing the learning, adapting, and developing the new skills as you encounter these new experiences. So the next card out is the Cracker, and this is positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune awaits. So again, I feel that you're able to attract a lot of people to you during this time. I don't feel that you're venturing out and getting incredibly social and outgoing necessarily, but you are being more social than what you had been in terms of, who you're speaking to. You're opening up some of those doors. Doesn't necessarily you're going out partying every night and trying to connect with people, because I feel that your intentions are more specific to your goals. So whatever you do is motivated with a secondary um, intention. So you're not going out there just to have fun. If you're involved with a social gathering, it's because you're trying to make it a little more purposeful. But anyway, sometimes again, just taking a little bit of a break is also something that can be purposeful, because it does help to relax you and help you to be more open to things receiving. Um, which might be creative energy or however. So the Cracker card, again, it's good energy around you. You're attracting a lot of people. You're really drawing opportunities. Jobs as well come with this card. Promotions. There's a lot of cards that sort of speak to a lot of opportunities and jobs for those that are looking for work, and for those that are already employed. This is a real strong time for promotions as well. So if it's not something that's coming through right away, I do feel it's something that's going to be opening up very soon after, because of a connection that you make. Where somebody says, "Hey, did you know so and so is looking for a job, or looking for an employee in this particular sphere, or they're looking for a particular type of art or something along that line." But either way, I just feel like, again, promotions, whatever work it is that you're doing in the month of June, I feel can very well lead to promotions in the very near future. So there's also really, really strong feeling of travel that's coming through on several of the cards. Even with the Fool card, I got the feeling there's travel involved, and with the Chariot, travel, and there's other cards that come through here as well. But the Cracker card is also kind of directing me in that same energy, that there's a strong feeling of travel that's going to be required, whether this is for work, whether this is for you just to continue opening up and making some connections, which might be just fortuitous connections, as I say, along the way, that you didn't have any intention of meeting somebody, but they somehow have opened a doorway for you. But it just feels like there is some strong networking here that is going to involve some distance. So you're showing up at the right time. And again, like with this card, as well as with some of the previous cards here, and showing up at the right time and place is really crucial to success. Timing is a good part of, taking advantage of an opportunity while it's there. So, but it's really making a difference for you in this month. So you want to take advantage this month to see where those opportunities present, and really interact when you're moved to do so. This energy is circling around you, and I feel that energy is to be used for your personal growth, as well as for your goals. It's not a time to overindulge, but to use what you can to your advantage, because it's really powerful energy that's coming through here. So the next card out is the World card. And I should mention, the first deck I was using was the Sharina Star Fortune cards. And the second, I'm also using the Quantum Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor, and the Energy Oracle cards. And that one is by Sandra Ann Taylor also, which is this deck here. So the World card is another card suggesting travel to me. You're expanding your vision, you're broadening your circle, whether it's on the internet or, again, literally traveling for some that are able to do so. Might be just discussions of travel, but there's strong sense of travel here. So there is a degree of importance either way that is allowing you to build on your resources, more through networking. I feel at this time, but I still feel you're holding back some aspect of yourself. Maybe it's about the true, the full reveal of what it is that you're doing. Maybe you're just a little more hidden about that, or a little more wanting to feel out your connections, the new connections that you're making before you really put your ideas out there. But somehow there's a feeling of restraint. And again, maybe it's just that you're just so anxious about this new direction and how things are unfolding that there's that degree of reserve around it. But again, there's a lot of new beginnings here. And with that Fool card, of course, that's a new beginning here. And with the World card, this is a cycle finishing up, meaning you're moving into another beginning here as well. So it does feel like it's on more than one front, not necessarily just in terms of your goals. This can be in regards to new love that's coming through for you, or a new level of commitment in an existing love situation. But there is definitely some change to the way in which you were dealing with your life on several fronts, not just one. So, and it's all really revolving around June as some kind of harbinger of, tremendous transformation. So again, with the door to romance, as I mentioned, there's a new beginning here in love with the door to romance card. And of course, I did have the World card so closely in tandem. So it really just feels like there's a definite beginning for sure in this area. But again, for others of you, it is in regards to your goals, your passions, passion projects, that kind of thing. But for sure, for some, there's going to be some doorways to making new potential romantic connections here. So either way, you're still operating from new energetic potential here, and you want to level that to your advantage, because it is energy that is very close to you at this time that you can make good use of. So we also have the card of the contract, and this may represent a literal contract. It could represent something in regards to justice or a legal matter as well, but it's definitely for others a new job that's coming in here. Or maybe there's again, for others, entrepreneurial, there's maybe a contract of some sort long-term that can be coming through here that is part of the opportunity. And for others, it can be around a partnership. And as I say, a legal matter for sure. But there's also, but it feels to me as though there, if it is a legal matter, it's moving in a positive direction. Just because there's a real balancing out energy throughout most of the reading here, where we've got the yin yang energy. You're working from a more practical, logical mindset, a more passive stance with this energy. Versus, operating where things are operating below the surface versus, operating in a charismatic, stand on a platform, front and center stage kind of energy. That's not what I feel is happening here. I feel that this is whatever it is you're doing, it takes some time to bring this to the light, before there's some limelight around it. But it is definitely something that is going to be very prosperous in the long haul. So, but again, you're moving up in levels here. So definitely June is one of those levels that you're moving up to. So we've also got the blossoming abundance. So this is again where that new level is starting to shape. But it also represents to me, something that started out in spring that became much clearer for you, and where either you identified your own value or you really made a commitment to move towards something of value. But I do feel it's a time of recognizing, how these seeds that you've planted in the past are growing to really increase your wealth and your overall happiness. So we also have the broken heart. And to me, this is a card that speaks to, some past hurt, some issues maybe around healing or grief or loss. I just suspect that the past is, was a bit of a harder time for you anyway. So it does feel again like there was some kind of a grief over a loss. And I feel it's more past energy, but it's somehow coming into play for you in the month of June. So for a lot of you, but maybe it was a difficult breakup or something that let you down in a work situation or in a personal situation or in business. Maybe there was business loss or work loss, job loss, something along that line. But I feel for many of you, this is in and around your sense of not being able to also, reach that place where you were in alignment with things that you wanted to do with your success or happiness and goal achievement. And you really had to reorient yourself. And it was a painful decision that, you might have had to come to, where you had to heal from whatever was lost and realize that you had to move in a new direction. So I think there was a lot of fear around your stability and your security, and it was difficult to imagine where things were headed or if it was even possible. But I do feel that there is healing all around either way. So whatever that loss is for you, you're really relying on your inner wisdom and your introspection to, bring balance and happiness and inspiration back into your world, especially for the month of June. There's a lot of energy for you to draw upon and to use to your advantage in these ways. So it's a revelation or it's a revelation of sorts, but it's certainly a period where you're finding some emotional balance again because of this awareness that's coming through. And there's a lot of cards that speak to, again, you relying on your intuition, you being divinely led, very, very strong elements of that. And followed up by, man holding a heart. Again, for some of you, that is an actual, relationship loss or a change to a particular dynamic that in partnership and business, whatever it was for you, that you saw in terms of more of a loss, but you're really relying on your inner wisdom and introspection, like I said. So there's balance, there's happiness, there's some kind of stability that, is being brought about because you are really in line with your sense of purpose. And this is what the man holding a heart is about, redefining those relationships in your life, how they relate to your sense of purpose, how things, align together. And it's about getting clear on what's important to you and where things were once confusing in the past, and you're really able to take a closer look at your projects and family and the home front, and you're trying to bring about more balance in these areas. And for others, there may be, as I said, a new love that's coming in here as well, but there's a lot of cards around balance for sure, and stability and protection. So we also have Archangel Michael, which is helping you to bring in this balance in these areas where you were feeling confused, where you felt that you needed that stability or some kind of equilibrium or calmer energy. So we also have the card of cornucopia, and this could speak to money's coming in for some of you, gains, gifts, resources, building, rich with ideas, job opportunities, romance, any of that all sort of falls within that same gamut of abundance and cornucopia, but wishes being fulfilled here basically is what the card is about. So again, it's something that helps to, however it resonates for you, but it does feel like it's something around your stability, something that's coming in around your home front that leads to that feeling of stability. So again, however that presents in your life, whether it's a new job that's coming in that has a lot of good benefits, or, for some of you, and for others, it might be, gifts of money that are coming through, or some kind of money that just wasn't, I want to say that it wasn't necessarily expected, but it wasn't because you didn't put the effort in. I want to say that you did put the effort in for whatever this is, but that somehow you just didn't expect it to come through maybe for the month of June, or hear about some opportunity in June that is going to be able to, grow your finances. But either way, so we also have the Quantum Oracle deck here, Sandra, and Taylor brings in the teacher. And this is someone that you're gaining some insight or some knowledge from. Could be a person that you follow on social media, but it's a person that's operating to help you further develop or clarify your mission. So however that relates to you, could very well be that you're just going back to school for some of you, and others it might be that you're, you're getting clearer on your mission, by getting some advice from someone who's also operating in, the same field, or something that helps to, is in addition to whatever it is that you're doing, somehow relates to that. But it could be, again, you meeting up with somebody in a work environment or online that provides a doorway that you're able to gain some insight and knowledge to further better your position, basically. But this is going to be somebody who's, instrumental in your life. And with the card of optimism, this is the home of your ideas. This is your bright future. This is what you're building the reality of your dreams from. You're finding ways to continue to, stay positive and surprise yourself. And you're really just seeing, you're feeling more optimistic all around, but you're definitely feeling as though you've made the right decisions up until this point. So through your planning and your actions and your strategy, which is the next card up here, I feel that you're making some big moves around your future this month. And sorry if you heard my son in the background there. He's a little excited about the gaming. Anyway, so if you're planning actions and strategy here, this is where you're able to make some big moves in the month of June. And you're believing in yourself and you're focused on your preparations, and things begin to accelerate for you around your goals for the month of June. And as well around, goals can be, it doesn't have to be just in terms of money. Again, this could be a little more broad in terms of, your personal relationships, your romantic relationships, all of that, because this is a general reading for this one. I will follow up with the Rider-Waite deck down the road here in the next day or two, which will be more specific to the week-to-week financial aspects and how that energy is going to open up, or best facilitate what it is that you're after. So again, we've got the vast universe. So much more is opening up to you. There's resources, there's doors of opportunity, there's synchronistic energy from the universe at your disposal this month. So again, make wise choices, continue investing in yourself and in the ways that will make the most of your intentions and your purpose. The angels are very close to you at this time, and you can ask for guidance and connection to the things that you need assistance with. So there's definitely, this is Akashic energy that you are in touch with. So this is definitely really strong resources that are coming through, and they're kind of layered resources of spiritual insight with the vast universe and other cards that follow up here. So we've got Behind a Mask. This is about having a moment where you may be feeling a little less than, or comparing yourself to others, being too perfectionistic, self-doubt, anxiety, whatever it is that seems to be creeping in. This might be past energy, or it might be just that you're having a moment here where you're just wondering what others are thinking about you and sliding back for just a second here. But I feel, for a lot of you, this is just past energy, because I did feel that you're so much more connected to your purpose in this month. And you're feeling so much more optimistic, and on a lot of levels, and there's just a stronger sense of confidence that's coming through. So I feel for the most part, this is past energy for a lot of you. But again, there's definitely, new connections that are coming through here for the month of June. So, and I did feel again a degree of travel somewhere along this, or being in contact with somebody at a distance, but definitely this relates more to a female energy, could be coming in on a romantic front, or just a deeper bond with someone here. But this is a very valuable person that's coming through in your life as well. But you're just really making contact with some very instrumental people here in the month of June. So we also have the card of discovery. So again, this is about you coming into some revelations. This is about part of that transformation. You're really getting in touch with some deep insights, those revelations. It's showing up as new ideas, new energy, stumbling onto fortuitous accidents of sorts, if you want to put it that way. As you're seeking things in one direction, you're actually able to make connections, and draw inspiration from the whole of it, rather than just realizing that, oh, I was just headed out in this direction and this is all I came for. You're actually able to make some other connections, and I don't mean just in terms of people. I meant in terms of more broadly around drawing inspiration from a lot of things that you're seeing in your environment that just seem to be standing out more for you. So things that are standing out more for you in your daily life is how it's coming across, and that you're able to draw inspiration on or make those connections, and just in how you want to develop them into your practical reality. So, others may be aligning with some of these new people, as I mentioned earlier, and it's these new connections that are helping to open you up and to take your goals further. And that might be by way of introducing you to more people, or again, however that resonates for you, or, seeing another way to develop your current ideas and moving it into a particular direction, or adding on to it. But it's like a little gold mine here, with you tapping into and turning, this piece of gold into a resource for yourself. So here you have an idea, and you're actually now seeing all the different ways that you can manifest this. So the last card out is Ascended Masters. So as I mentioned, this is you tapping into the Akashic, registry of ideas and expertise, and people that have gone before you that are really able to operate in real time, real world energy for you now. So again, this is spirit really guiding you on how things are to unfold this month. There's little miracles that are taking place with healing and expression and self-expression and helping you to stay positive so that you can further your goals. But the wisdom draws upon the knowledge of the ancients from the Akashic records and the masters that came before us, as I mentioned. So this is very specialized wisdom that you have access to in the month of June. So take the time, meditate on it, to allow yourself to reveal those next steps forward, or going into nature and just allow yourself to, ruminate on some of the energy around you to be able to come up with some peace and balance in your mind so you're able to be much more productive this month and enlightened. But it is definitely illuminating kind of energy that you're gaining truths from with the Ascended Masters. So that's what I have for you, Libra, for the month of June. Again, this is just the general energy read. I'll do a more specific Rider-Waite deck video, based around your finances more specifically, where it's week to week, so that you can take advantage of the energy around your money, and how that might be challenging or more advantageous, and what you can do to sort of, circumvent some of the issues that might roll in week to week. But, the idea is just to help you to take advantage of that inspiring energy and where you need to, create some reserve, and how you can make these new connections, as they open up and in which weeks, to your advantage, how you can use that to your advantage basically for June. So again, stay tuned. Rider-Waite deck I'll be doing with more clarification specific to your finances. And that is in the next video. So until then, and that'll be for the month of June. So until then, stay safe and keep moving forward.